Oh, let's talk! Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, I have invited some friends to talk about happiness. So, I'm gonna introduce you, my friends here.
Hello, my name is Francis.
I'm Christy.
And I'm Claire again.
So, we're gonna talk about happiness today. So, first, Francis, are you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy.
What makes you happy?
There's a lot of things that makes me happy. Right now, I'm working. I'm teaching kids. Teaching also high school students. So that's very fulfilling. And teaching them the Filipino martial art, Arnis. So that really makes me fulfilled and happy.
So, if there's no artist in your life, does that make you unhappy?
I wouldn't say so. There are other things that can make me happy.
Alright, so what is happiness for you? The definition of happiness in your words.
Because happiness to me is when you feel fulfilled in the tasks that you're doing. It doesn't really need to be a task.
Excuse me, this is not philosophy. Like, I said in your words.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Not the thing you learn in your philosophy class.
No,
In your words.
It goes to a philosophy.
Alright,
but yes.
alright. Keep going.
But it's my personal philosophy too. But yes, exactly. So when you are fulfilled in doing something, that's what makes you happy, for me at least. It doesn't really need to be also our needs, right? Because it also can be things that, especially playing games, like video games is also one. You can also be fulfilled in that. And that doesn't really need to be a job that you do. It's an action that makes you fulfilled. That's how I would define happiness for me.
Oh, alright. So what's the difference between being unhappy and not being happy?
The difference between unhappiness and being happy.
Being not happy.
Being not happy. Isn't that just the same though? Like,
Oh, it's not the
unhappy-
same. It's not the same. Unhappy is like you're unfortunate.
Right.
But
Okay.
not being happy is not. It's just that you're not happy.
Right. So, I really feel confused and conflicted about
It's
that.
like let's say let's
okay.
say you got just 1,000 in your wallet.
Right.
And you're gonna say, oh, I don't have enough money, but that doesn't mean you're broke.
Oh. Okay.
So what's the difference between being unhappy
unhappy
and not happy?
Okay. Oh, what the heck? That's actually a harder question than I anticipated. Okay, so I'm actually getting right now because that's
Too hard.
yeah, dude, that's actually so hard.
Yeah, like when we talk about happiness, it's really hard. It's
Yeah.
really hard to answer because like when you ask your friends like, are you happy? And most of them say, oh yeah, I'm happy. Unless they have something problem, like you're gonna say, oh, I'm happy. But when you ask them what is happiness, they cannot answer. Oh, how about you, Christy? Are you happy?
Yes, I am.
Why are you
I would
happy?
say. I'm happy because I do a lot of things. I'm in school. I'm happy with being a student. I'm in Arnis also. I'm in a good team. I have good friends, and I'm exploring myself. Like I'm at that period in time where I'm trying to discover what I like, what I want, and what I don't want.
Okay, so same question goes for you.
Yeah.
Let's say you're not a student.
Okay.
You don't do artist.
Okay.
Does that mean you're not happy?
I would say no also. I mean, I would still be happy. I think for me, it's happiness is more of what I do with what's presented to me in the moment. So even if, let's say, I'm presented with a situation where it's not that convenient for me or it's not good for me, but then I can still choose to make good out of it.
So you guys think Filipinos are happy? Most of Filipinos are happy?
I would say yes.
Oh, according to the statistics, the Filipinos, they ranked one of the happiest country in the world.
Right.
Yeah. So when you ask like hundreds of Filipinos, how many percent of them do you think they're gonna answer, yes, I'm happy?
Wow.
Um,
Wow. I do believe that Filipinos would actually say that they are happy when given the chance, but yeah, going back to what you said, being unhappy and being not happy, I think for most of the time, most Filipinos are just living in the now, right?
Yeah, living in now.
Yeah, they're just living for what is actually happening
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
this second. And that's what I think, that's why a lot of people would always say, like, if they're
Oh.
if they're in the situation where they're presented to you a form, answer this, and then the first question that it comes up, are you happy? They would always think, yeah, right now
As
I'm
of now,
happy.
yeah. There's no problem. I'm not unhappy. Meaning, I'm happy.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how I'll answer to for that question exactly.
So, like, you just mentioned Filipinos live in a now,
Yes.
live in the present.
Yes.
So, does that mean Filipinos don't prepare for the future?
Oh.
Let's say you got like 100,000. You just won the lottery. You just got 100,000 pesos. Of course, you're gonna be happy because you got 100,000.
Right.
So, are you gonna spend all the money for your happiness just for now, or you're gonna save it for your future happiness?
You want to take that?
But it's
Okay.
a little hard because
How about you?
it's
Yeah.
big amount of money.
Right.
So even though I use that money, part of money for my happiness, but there is also money remaining.
Yes.
So I can save it.
But let's say like 100,000 is a huge amount. But let's go. You're going clubbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100,000 is just like 4 bottles of champagne.
Yeah, exactly.
So are you gonna order 4 bottles of champagne, or you're gonna save it for the future happiness?
I'll save it. I
You're
will.
you're gonna save it.
Yes.
But then you're not gonna be happy as of now. Because you're not spending any money. You got 100,000. Let's say you got really, really delicious food in front of you, but you cannot eat. So are you gonna be happy? You're just gonna put it in the refrigerator and let's say I'm gonna eat it tomorrow. So as of now, are you happy?
No.
For me, yes.
Really?
Yes too.
I would say no.
But there's probability that someone else will get your food when you're sleeping. That's gonna be the most desperate moment in your life.
That's actually so
You
sad.
saved
Yeah.
your opportunity to be happy, but that will end up the most desperate moment in your life.
That's gonna take
So what are you gonna choose? Happiness for now or happiness in the future?
I think we're always gonna say happiness in the future, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I will say that.
Especially for most people, they would choose happiness in the future. But if you're going to ask, say, a Filipino or a normal one, a hardworking one as well, most of that money would actually have to be used
Yes.
using to provide for
Provide.
whatever's happening right now. Yeah, exactly. Going back to that point, there's a lot of people who would spend their money now.
You know the term YOLO?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
kind of YOLO life.
You only live once, yeah?
Yeah, you only live once. After shooting this video, you're gonna fall from this building or you're gonna die. Who knows that?
Yeah.
No one
You
knows.
don't even know what's gonna happen in 10 seconds.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
How about you, Claire? You've been very quiet, situation.
I've been quiet because I have a little different.
Opinion.
I
Oh,
see.
yeah. Different.
So wait. Before we go to that, are you happy?
I'll say I do.
Yeah.
You are. You are happy.
Yeah.
What makes you happy?
Like
Mm-mm.
founding something I really want to
You really desire.
right now
Yeah.
can make me happy. Like food can make me happy, my family can make me happy, the hobbies that I do can make me happy.
So let's say you got no food, you got no family, you got no hobbies. Does that make you unhappy?
For me, I think I would look for another happiness.
Are you YOLO? Are you kind of YOLO?
I was a person who's really YOLO itself.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like
You are the YOLO itself.
human YOLO. It's
Yeah.
me. I was thinking like when I was in high school.
Right.
But now, not really. I have to think of my future nowadays.
Okay, then there's the following question. When you get hired, of course you're gonna get paid.
Yeah.
Then you can just buy whatever you want. You can feed yourself. You can afford whatever you want. You're making money right now. You're saving it for future when you can't make money anymore. Like when you get old, you can't get a job. You can never get paid anymore. So all you can do is just spending, not making, right? So let's say you're preparing for your old life. You are still worrying about your future. Can you say that you're still happy? Because you're still worrying about your future.
I think what O is trying to say is that when you're working for that long, especially when people graduate, you're going to go for a salary and job and whatnot. You're going to work until when you're 65 usually, and then after that you can get to spend everything that you want. Would you rather work now and then have a good life later, or would you like to work right now and have a good life also now? So in my case, I would actually like to do the latter, which is work now and also have fun right now. That's what I'm actually right now in.
But most of the Filipinos, do you think they work for now, for their future, or
Yeah.
they just live for now?
I think now.
Yeah, again, yeah. I think I'm like one of most of
Us.
Filipinos. Like we usually, yeah. Well, that also goes to say that there's a lot of people within the Philippines that do not have the luxury
Yes.
to think about the future because they're so focused in the now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not one of them, but I'd like to also live in the now. It's much better for me because I like to do that.
When you get old,
Right.
of course you're gonna get sick, and
Right.
you still have to pay for your hospital or your medicines. Like let's say you got no money saved.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So what now?
What now? Like you enjoyed your life like 40 years. Like let's say you're 40 years old and you enjoyed your life for 40 years and you got sick. You got no money left, and that's gonna be end of your life.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
But let's say you got so stressful, like preparing for your future, and you got sick. Like even though you got a lot of money, you're sick. Okay, like let's make it like this. You got Alzheimer when you're 40, and you got like billions. Are you happy?
How about you, Claire?
Is that hard? Is that hard to answer? It's a dilemma, yeah.
Yeah, it's a really big dilemma.
Oh, you get sick in the future. What's the meaning of saving for now? We don't even know what's gonna happen in 10 seconds. Like as I mentioned, you got billions, but there's possibility of getting in a car accident right after this.
Right.
We don't even know.
I'm reminded of recent events. Do you remember the submarine? Do you know?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
The
yes,
billionaire in the
Titanic,
submarine.
Titanic
The
one.
Titanic too,
Yeah.
right? Do you know that?
Come on.
Yeah, he went down and then his
Submarine
yeah,
just
just
lost.
got
Broke.
it
Yeah,
it's
it's broken.
broke.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
broken
yeah.
down. So, like he's a billionaire, right? He spent he spent his life technically to amass billions, and then at the end of the day, he just died.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah.
He's dead.
So he's old. He spent all of this time already getting that money, and yet, what he's gonna do with that money? He can't use anything anymore.
So here's the thing, can you buy your happiness?
I would say yeah.
I would say yes too.
Yes.
I would also say somewhere in between.
Somewhere in between.
Part of it can be
Like,
bought.
oh yeah. What I think is that if you cannot buy happiness, you have to consider if you got enough money to buy it. Another thing is that you cannot buy happiness, but you can buy an opportunity to be happy.
Okay, yeah, I like that. I like that.
It's like you bought the opportunity, but if you cannot make the best of it, you cannot find any happiness from that. But if you make it, then you can find the happiness. Like then, at last, it's gonna be like you bought the happiness.
Okay, yeah, I
Opportunity
see that.
to be happy. I think that's right.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
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 Money gives you the opportunity to be happy.
Yes.
So, are you happy? What is happiness for you? Please comment down below and write down your answers to these questions.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Oh, let's start!
Oh!